Okay, so I took my sessions indicator that gives me 3 sessions I can highlight in time. And I call this the time block trader. Time blocks start at 5 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the morning. The next block is 7 to 9. And then finally 9 to 11. So in this situation, I go short above here. So you weren't here for the beginning of the video, you missed it. I've been playing this back on a 15-minute chart with a 2-hour time blocks, 3 of them, starting at 5 a.m., going to 11 a.m. And this is what we do. We're looking for, so if you're going to, I went short up here. I always sell the high of the previous day and buy the low of the previous day. And we could see the drama here where you got trapped on a strategy thinking you created the holy grail for some reason because you discovered breakout trading seemed to be a great way to make money until you put a buy stop here and a sell stop here and you got chopped to death and you never saw any of your profits because you never scaled in, you never scaled out. If you scaled in and scaled out, you could have stacked up 80K here, 80K here with good ratios. And as soon as this thing explodes out of this 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. breakout, you could trade the 5 to 7. You could make a living selling a course. We just trade the 7 a.m. to what we do is, okay, here's what we do. Okay, everybody's sitting down. It's 5 o'clock in the morning to begin this box. At the end of that box, it is going to be 7 o'clock in the morning. We place our orders above and below. We sit back, we fold our arms, and we go, bring it. I got sell stops here. I got buy stops here. That's the trade plan. So you can play these out in real time, back test this real time, and knowing that this is going to be 11 o'clock in the morning, and whatever happens between in the 6-hour window, if you commit to only trading the 6-hour window, you don't have to. There's all sorts of things you could do here. I'll also claim here that, look, they came back to this cute little top, become a bottom on closing prices just on the wick, into my supply zone, the fake breakout, trap the goobers going south. Like, I'm already long below this floor, but by the way, on the swing trades, obviously, the guy that's going to take this setup, this 15-minute top bottom theory, this is a triple top on the 15. Is it not on closing prices? I think on most platforms is pretty close to a triple top. Is this the wick that spikes in and kind of clips out Asia? Yeah. So what is your entry based on? Are you going against the retail guys? Now look at this nice breakout theory. Does it not work? Can I sell a course like this? Yeah. Look at you're in profits. Trail your stop. Put your stop to break even. Okay, but I'm buying into that. Well, in other words, while you're saying that, I know I got buy limits below here. I might have scalped off of that, and I'm buying now, I guarantee you. Because I marked these boxes off before I started the video. This box here, I'm like, yeah, dude, when it gets down here, we're just going to load the wagon. Now, this happens to be coming up on, we definitely have to scalp to this floor, this 15-minute chart. We have to scalp to that because when this thing gets hot, we got to have enough dry powder to martingale into this plunge here, and we're waiting for 11 o'clock, the punishment to end. This is 10 o'clock. The stocks have just opened, and when the stocks open, and then this thing going to end it. Now, you can set this to anywhere you want. When do you want to end your trading day? So if you're going to trade really intensely during these sessions and run these strategies, you could also make a 1-hour and then a 2-hour and a 6-hour. Of course, this is the bottomless pit. You got to determine when is your trading day over. We're coming up on 11 o'clock here. I'm getting filled on the limits that I placed down here. Now, these are the monster tickets. I saved this for the reserve, what do you call it, the survival kit. We're getting mega long here. Right now, we're getting filled mega long, and we are just, now we're looking to cash everything out to here, and we're going to get out at the end of maybe noon. We know the session ends. This color coding ends at 11 here. We know where we're at in time, real time on the 15 here. We know what to do at this time of day. I would definitely be getting out of everything to this floor, and this is where these would be bigger tickets than normally these tickets, right? So whatever you bought here, you bought a 10K, now you bought a 20K, and you're ready to buy a 30K and a 40K. Still getting filled, right? Now, if these tickets are still lingering, now maybe you want to bring your trading day and do these in 3-hour blocks. So you go, or you want to put it on, you could probably just keep copying the code and keep putting more on here, I suppose, right? So you can add to your trading day. You can say, well, my trading day starts here. Well, I mean, it's a lot to think about. So if this is 5 o'clock in the morning, or maybe you don't want to start till you don't wake up till 9. You trade the break out of the blue. But the problem with the break out of the blue, it only worked here on this little session back here. And so everyone has a different dynamic. Now, I know I'm getting filled here, and I'm definitely buying into this. I'm already committed to here. I know below here is like the promised land of unfair value insanity, so that if we ever make it down there, I definitely want to get in. It's also the British pound I'm trading. Don't forget, this is not, and I set the spread on the screen at 2.5 pips, so I'm trying to include the commissions into the thing. Or this is kind of your typical really wide spread on the pound. So we're really not even in profits here. We have to go deeper and deeper. So my grids are set at 20 pips apart. Now I'm getting filled on the, maybe I'm in 80K now, or whatever you like to trade. Maybe you're in 4 standard lots right now, you know. This is not that hard because we know the end of the day is coming. So whatever punishment you feel like you've been beat to death by laying your buy limits in here, that's really tough to become a swing trader when you can hardly even see a scalp here worth your spread. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can see the spread. Like, you'd have to be so fucking long going against the breakout traders, right? As soon as it breaks out, you're like, I'm buying. And this big blowout, last 2 hours, this is from 9 o'clock to 11. So stocks open, everybody loses their mind. But the preamble to losing their mind is the 9 o'clock. So this is just before stocks open, is this blue range. Then stocks open. They're open. I mean, this is you could try this, have this start on the half hour. So on the 15, you might want to make this a little more like, okay, it turns over in the half hour on these boxes, which would make a difference, right? Where you truncate that. Okay, here comes Asia. Now, don't forget we're long and we're underwater and we're going to buy more down here, right? We already determined that like a long time ago. Before we got married, I said, we will buy down. Honey, I don't care if they take the home away from us, we're buying below here. I told you about buying low. So we're kind of like, okay, let's start cashing out here, maybe on the whole thing and then come back with the buy limits. But that all depends what size you're, how much money you just made or lost. That's probably going to matter. If you're trying to keep a certain amount of risk down, if you reached your, you don't want to overtrade it. So maybe you're waiting till 5 o'clock in the morning. We can see it's on the horizon here. This is another nice thing about isolating these windows. We always know this is 5 a.m. no matter what. And the other question is, can we make it back to here by 5 a.m.? And is it realistic to imagine that? Maybe we should bring this into focus, the next drama window. And we're waiting to cash out. Certainly, if we come smacking back into this goober seller's trend guide entry, he's like, you should see this breakout system. I just trade the breakout between 5. Yeah, I went short. And man, we made so much money. Like, wow, dude, I'm just going to let my profits run. We're probably going to keep going down here. You're like, okay, well, maybe not. So hopefully I'm going to be making money on this one because I just bought this giant. I'm going against this guy's trade plan. Continuation trader guy. Okay. So maybe they got me here. Maybe they are going to add to their shorts here. This would be the place to add. And we're going to take this out, and this is where it's going to be, well, I guess we're just going to have to buy more below here now. I mean, this is my new line of scrimmage that I figure if we can come down here, looks even better. We get rid of the kids' college fund. We come in here. Let's go full rogue. We go rogue wave before the wave. We get in before the rogue wave. Here we're going to buy into that, and we're waiting for the execution, 0.5 a.m. Can we make it here by there? We can always see the next horizon, the next contention point of contention. This is always the factor. And can't wait to buy below here now. So I'm really going to load up. I can see it coming into this. So this is coming up on the time window. Exit stage north here. If we can get to here by here, and then can we get to here by here? So this is the more likely we can get to here by here. Was it closer to that window? But hey, you know, we're waiting for that. We're waiting to come down lower. We actually want to buy more now. So we do want to buy more into this. I know it just seems really counterintuitive. Like, why don't you just sell here? Can't you see it's in a downtrend? I got you, but you can't think like that. You swing trade, you can't think like that. It's like swingers, you know. It's like you really think you're married to this direction. No, the neighbor next door's hotter. See ya, honey. I'm gonna get the neighbor over here. So you close below the floor, kind of here, Asian session. But we went. This is the ripe for the pickings. Okay, now we're taking on some fucking size here because the spread sucks so bad that we got to really build a monster long position in here, and this is only helping. So running the 100 pip stops on the system, 50 pip stops, swing trading it. Swing trading on the 15, we know we can cash out, but we can build monster positions almost like, oh, sorry, buy, no brainer. We're already long. We already know, we already committed to this. Don't forget. I told you. I told you we're buying in this window. Okay, it's getting filled. And below here, we're getting in super, we got plenty of dry powder. And here it is. We didn't make it to here by here, but we made it to this. We bought more. Oh, it's no brainer. Okay, super fill. 100 pip stops. Now we're in about $8 million position. We have to cash out here. This would be the floor from the previous session, the previous 11 o'clock session. We're just gobbling up all this plungeola on limits and just nick the wick down here. Just white knuckle. Here's 5 a.m. And if it keeps tanking, I really want to buy more. But oof, it's coming back to the floor. So it actually engulf to here now. By here, I can see this now. It's going to go berserk now because this is the giant cavern. And this is the super right box, which if you ran too tight a stop here, you definitely got taken out. And by 11 o'clock, if we're here, we're going to make money. Presupposing you did not get stopped out, presupposing you didn't buy $8 million here and then buy $1 million here, you have to buy really big below this thing. Okay, we're waiting to, this is going to be 7 o'clock in the morning, and the blues start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Coming into the floor here, a lot of people are probably going to cash out if somewhere in the blue, but I'm looking to cash out above this because we could go rocketing to here by 11 o'clock back into the, okay, a lot of people are probably cashing out here. So anybody that got forcefully in front of that and just stepped in front of this so-called downtrend and bought into that, that's a different kind of person, right? So you're like, dude, that's ridiculous prices down in here. You definitely need to buy a lot down here. Now the blue session starting. We want to take out Asia's high in the blue section. People want to cash out above here. And I would start selling above there. If I wasn't short, I'd start scaling in above this shelf to here and just go that way. If I walked in here, I saw this, I'd be like, okay, let's just buy down here. Let's sell above here. Whenever you step into this, maybe you don't want to trade till the blue section. Put a buy stop here, sell stop here. I'll trade a break out of the blue section. Okay, you're just about to go long. I'd say if that's your case, I don't know what to say. But we're going to start cashing out above here. And a lot of people are going to start coming into new cells above here. Or maybe they don't wait. Maybe they're right up on this window. 15 minutes. Okay, so now if we have our target set to pippage, we're out. We're just out because we bought so much down here. This is the big giant fake out, you know. Stocks are going to open. Stocks are open during this blue session. And this will be, stocks will open at the end of the blue session. Right there, stocks have opened. It's 10 o'clock. We're starting, that's 9 o'clock. We're starting. So stocks open right now. And stocks are able to take out, sorry guys, I'm not used to this. This is ending on, this is a 2-hour time block. All right, I'm out. I'm totally out. Sellers come in hard on this top tick timing in Asia. The sellers are hard on that. So I'm out of something, I can tell you that. And I'm going to come into buy limits again. This is another rinse and repeat stupidity trade. The new supply zones are starting to stack up again. Right? It's just after a bomb hits your fucking house. This is like the aftermath. Okay, so the daring, aggressive traders are going to put sell limits here and go, you know what? Let's just sell into this shit. Looks like we're coming all the way back to this bullshit breakout point. It looks like inevitability here, right? Here comes the trend traders on the 15. They're like, oh, yeah, it's going up. Can't you see? If you have a robot that, this is my robot idea, that when the robot sees a small range on the 2-hour, it only trades this window, actually, so you can't have a breakout bot like that. You could actually build a bot that probably trades this session only. Break out of here, you know, you can kind of see those kind of, but here it gets trapped, see? But if the ratios are good and it does a hedge and, I don't know, I think you have 5 versions of that. So you have a break out of that small range, and then right when you get to here, you're probably up on the account, but then you got to come in with trailings. Okay, so see how these guys are making money? Anybody had the balls to put sell limits up here and go, yeah, this is the fucking top. I got it, buddy. And this is why I would probably dump a lot of the position here because I just want to get out. Here's 11 o'clock, right? So now we put sell limits in again. All right, just thinking ahead. Once again, rinse and repeat buy limits here, big core, and a ton of buy limits here, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'd rather sell aggressively into this for a kickback to here. Somebody's thinking, well, sell into the, how to situate your tickets up here without blowing up your account or losing too much money. I want to buy below this now. You know, always coming in with 2-hour tickets maybe. So if you want to be conservative, you're going to put a 4-hour buy limit here, looking for a pullback to this top wick inside of the, before the stocks open. So this is going to be 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. At 9:30, stocks are open. They top tick timing, these poor goobers, and maybe it is going up in the end. This is ripe for the buying. Anything actually for me on the way down. I'm always want to do this trade. This is easiest for me is to just put orders in down here and just see what happens. As soon as they start filling me, then I decide what to do with it. So it's kind of like putting your phone number in every bathroom, right? And seeing, well, okay, I've never heard of this gender, but let's see. What do you got? What can you do? Sell limits above here, obviously, and then buy limits in this pocket. Here I would say just tons of buy limits below here. We don't know if FOMC is coming up, but we don't see it on here, I don't think. You'd also see FOMC on here. You wouldn't be involved in that because this is closing at 11 o'clock. This is a 6-hour trade window. So you're 3 hours away from FOMC. And you could probably, like I said, I could set this up for an FOMC kind of bot thing. All right, so the sellers are just loving it. They're kicking your ass, dude. If you bought into this, like if you're still long, you didn't cash out, they're taking it down. So buy limits in here. Sell limits above there. I'm playing the fastest playback speed, I think. So I've just been watching this thing, and I get a kick out of it. You know, if you're stepping back and you're getting in for different reasons and different price ranges, because you really don't care about, like, you're still waiting for your target here, and you're going to buy more if it comes down here. So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. Is just keep buying these plunges, and then just this is great engulfment, actually. Well, even starting here a little late. But here's the outside. This is 5 o'clock in the morning, so this is crazy. If you're going to start trading at 3 o'clock in the morning, well, so it never ends. I know that's the low of the day, so I know I'm always going to buy that plunge, and I would scalp that irregardless to the highlighting of this time window. It's just always going to be, so here I'm always going to have buy limits. Still building a long position, looking for the eventual blowout of this high, where I think the sellers, if you're not in the market, it's obvious you start selling above this. That's the fastest playback I got. Anyway. All right, so just waiting for this thing to unfold, but you can see the classic nicking the wick of the Asian close. The spread's pretty bad right here for a moment. So this bid is really, and that's the top tick Tommy. So the aggressive guys are going to start selling here all the way to here. Still going to put buy limits in here. Trying to add to it, maybe. Depends how big this position's getting. Instead of buying at the market. Instead of trading at the market, just let it come to me. So if I'm really bullish, I'm going to put in tighter buy limits right now. These are going to be 15 minutes, half hour. All right, so I'm in this giant swing trade. A lot of people are cashing out right there. We could have got out. So that's the other thing. People say, you know, we could have got out here, but did you? Isn't that going to be what really makes the equity really nice? So I would cash out there to get off all my longs from here. I'd like to actually go flat there and just put buy limits in real fast. Now this is going to mean that we're still waiting for possible smash down, and take this out. By the time you come into 5 a.m., you could be carving out this area. So the market's pretty ruthless in that sense. You may think, oh, look at this great trade I'm in. But look at this. You're getting your ass kicked right now just because they top tick Tommy this session. The high of the day, also the 11 o'clock closing. And that's why I would rather have a buy limits pending in here all the way and just have a ton down here for something like that. Looking for that move. Okay, so look, you're getting your ass kicked. See, you just got pounded. They just took out a new low for you. Another fucking stop hunt. They went after this guy's stop. It's like, oh, I bought right here. And as soon as we broke out the highs, I said, you know, this Bitcoin is looking really good right here. Yeah, that Bitcoin, that really treated you good. But I got you. If you're still holding it, this is a scalp, by the way. I don't think it's going to go take this out, but I say, why not just put buy limits in here? We don't know. We'll let the market decide here. Let the market prove us right. Come after my buy limits. Okay, I'm buying more on limits. The guy that's bought here is getting his ass clobbered now. They keep wicking it down into 5 a.m. They keep wicking them out. You've been wicked. Consider yourself wicked. Bye-bye. Oof, buying at limits. Here's the shelf. Here's what I was talking about. This whole thing here. This is the big buyer's market. Oh, buy. How'd you feel about getting in on that top tick, Tommy? No, not so good. Okay, 5 a.m. That's why you want to cash out here. This is seller's window. Top tick Tommy window. Look at this, screaming down. Buy, buy, buy. Okay, so maybe we start trading here. We snipered it out. It's 5 a.m. We pulled the trigger. I got you on that one. I understand. But, dude, I just don't have time for this shit. I'm going to put buy limits here. I know I'm getting long. We already decided here that we would sell the cars and everything and buy more fucking euro. You didn't read the prenuptial. I always tell these ladies, read the prenuptial. We bought so much here. How come our account's in the red? Did you understand? I told you we were buying in this window. Okay, we are loaded up. This is the 100-yard line, by the way. 100 pips. We cash out there. This is British pound, by the way, so got to give it some room. I'll wait for U.S. markets. This is going to be stock markets open, 11 o'clock. We can be done transferring money. Oh, gotta buy more. Honey, don't look at the account. Oh, well, how come the account's in the red? We're running 100 pip stops on the British pound today. Oof, look at those breakout traders. That other course that I sold, forgot my mentorship in the breakout system. Well, what's working here? Look at, I only show this when I sell it. I only show these trades. By the way, in my mentorship, I only show these trades. See how breakout worked there? See breakout worked there? It's a non-directional system. Look at breakout trade. Oh, really? Oh. Oh my God. We're in like, I want to say $10 million position right now because of the markets. Completely unfair treatment of the British pound. Starting here at 7 o'clock in the morning, this blue zone starts. White knuckle until 9. This trades through the news. Don't forget the news is coming out in the blue zone. 8:30. Didn't explain that. 8:30. So we're trying to find. You can make it any way you want. This is how this is. News is coming out, and then the stocks will come out in the green. So it's digesting the news, and we are fucking making money here because we bought like a butt whore below this obvious fucking low of the day. Yes, you could have traded this on your trend system. Yes, you could have traded this on your trend system. Your breakout, yes, your breakout system was working, but now you're getting your fucking ass kicked. How do you like that? What are you talking about? Well, you put a buy stop here, a sell stop here. They filled you and you did not take profits during this phase. Are you fucking nuts? They might take out the high of this fucking thing by tomorrow. Coming back to the floor here maybe by 11 o'clock, right? All the way back to the Asian. I'm out. Okay, I know I'm out of this trade because I'm like, dude, we set our targets in based on, and these kind of days are amazing. People shit their pants. They're, oh, look at, and you could almost get an auction here, but maybe not. I'm going to say to here, you end up with, the end of the day, you got like a hammer. You can see this open to close. What the day ends here. It's very simple. This would be a small range day. A breakout to the downside. People are trapped. Look at that. Wow. Selling above this to here. Or cashing out. We could still be cashing out. We could wait till 11 o'clock to just dump the whole position. So here's another contest. Do you have the patience to wait for 11 o'clock? Is your trade going to go full circle? Like you sold and then you bought into this plunge and then it came. So what is your scenario for the next 6 hours, starting at 5 o'clock in the morning? Or make as many sessions as you want. There's no real, what do you say? Right way to do it. You just do what you have time for, because at 11 o'clock you could put a trade on. Oh, I'm going to buy. Looks like it's going to engulf finally. Oh, look at that. Now look at this thing come roaring back into the floor from Asia by 11 o'clock. Beautiful. I would so be cashing out of this if I'm not out. I got out here because they top ticked Tommy, the 15-minute guy. Right? They just top ticked Tommy, the 15-minute guy. Look at that. Okay. I'm totally out flat. Now, if I want to hold this because I might be in some giant swing trade, I'm like, holy shit, this is a weekly low going back like God knows. And if I hold it in anticipation, I don't even know what day of the week it is here, by the way. I should be paying attention to that, I suppose. It was Sunday night, because you don't want to hold it over the weekend. Okay, so here's Sunday night, right? Here's June 11th. Here's Sunday night. So we are into Tuesday now. Could we take this out by the end of the week? Yeah, it's likely because this is only Tuesday. But see why we had to cash out. Look at this vicious pullback. You don't want to be around for that bullshit. It's 11 o'clock. Just get the fuck out. There's really now it's about buy limits here again. I'd be afraid to sell limited here because I'm still looking for the big kahuna move to be ripping up here. This is the anticipation factor. Anyways, I'll just keep this to a 30-minute chart here. I got to go do some like manual labor. I just move shit around here. Fucking under attack, you know. They're coming after me again because they know they see what I see in the markets, and really I can't even talk. Well, shouldn't be talking about what I'm talking about here because I don't want to end up in like a psych ward, or I don't want to end up being hauled off in a black van with one-way mirrors, you know. So they've upgraded the the people that know that they know that I know what they know about this time blocks. These are the trading time blocks windows. It's a problem. Okay, they want a piece of me coming after me. So I would put the buy limits in here again. Once again, trying to tap into this crazy price, you know. Just thinking ahead. Trying to. Let me make sure I get this at the highest playback speed. I just want to, if it's not, I want to just rip through it. For one last kind of like, how fast can you think trading style? Think fast. Remember that? People throw like a fucking razor blade at you. And say, think fast. I'm like, dude, you gotta stop doing that. I'm gonna lose a finger. Okay, let's put this up to Maxo Speedo, and you kind of gotta go bear. You gotta kind of try to ride this out. Okay, this is a think fast situation. Waiting for 5 a.m. Don't forget we're long in the big picture here. Don't forget we bought that fucking plunge down there. We risked the neighbor's yacht. We put a lien on their yacht. You know they steal your mortgage. We put a lien on the neighbor's yacht for this trade. It's okay. We're gonna pay him back on Christmas. Okay, here comes the news, and here comes the U.S. stock market, and that should propel us north. Let's hope, or are we gonna get crushed? Come on, U.S. stock market. We're long. We're long from the plunge. Oh, we're buying this. You know we're buying Asia. Oh, that must be FOMC. I guarantee that's FOMC. We just bought, pant loads. We're going to buy below this. Look at the price action there. Okay, we're long all the way into the close, and we're going to buy more because the ticket at Asia's low. Wow. Targets are going to be here now to here. See, this is what just blows people's minds. I think this kind of shit. Okay, here comes 5 o'clock in the morning. Buying more? What can you say? Buying more again. More news came out. Maybe it didn't, but you know that's still 8 o'clock in the morning. This is British pound, by the way. It's a 100 pip grid, so that's a 200 pip plunge. Wow! Just now, you have to cash out to the floor if you're lying there, and now you're really buying. So here's where you have to really step in front of it and get heavy. You need some dry powder for this trade. You just bought a 200 pip plunge. I mean, 100 pip plunge below the previous day. It's 100 pips below the previous day. You're long. Now I would break out the 300 pip stops at this point, and I would just mortgage. I get a second mortgage on my house, actually. I would change my trading style immensely at this point. So if you're running a 30 pip stop, yeah, you can't do this trade, right? And when you see this come, you're like, dude, I'm fucking so long. I get that you could have jumped on the train here on your 15-minute algo and said, oh yeah, see this double top? Look at this in real imagining. Well, we would have cashed out up there, I guarantee you. There's no way I'm sticking around for that fucking drama. Let's zoom out. Let's get a big picture view, overhead eagle view of the sessions here now. The big swing traders are still long. They're long donk silver from this plunge. Don't forget that the heavy hitters, the real true believers, went long in this perfect 45. This is literally 100 pips per day rate of change. 120 pip in golf that day, and you're looking at your target here. You loaded the fucking wagon with 300 pip stops. Every day's a fucking crazy ass. This would be a nice cash out. And I would totally go flat at that too. I would get out of so much of my trade right there. You have to. In this view, it doesn't matter. Now this is inconsequential. This 6-hour time block is inconsequential if you're a swing trader. All that is another place to just go, wow, look at this fill. Look at that. So you're like, holy shit, we're buying below here, we're buying below here. Like, you don't really care. If you're a swing trader, the fact that this is the U.S. market open, you're like, well, yeah, there you go, fucking A. Like, this is 5 o'clock in the morning till here comes the news or whatever the fuck that is. And you're just scrambled along there. You are so long. You got orders in this pocket. And you're scalping at that floor. You probably already scalped your scalp for the day, and this is your final target. Right? Duh, right? Is it just too simple? It is. Next, I'm flat. Imagine we're flat. Going to come in buy limits here in this box. Going to dump everything we got into is here now. If we bought this plunge, and now we're buying again. We bought because it went just below Asia. We got big buy box here, big buy box here. Just fucking buy. It just doesn't matter, man. Looking to get filled maybe on the low of the day right into, okay, well, here comes stocks. Look at that. So we didn't really get a big pullback. We get a nice possible engulf to here now coming. Hear my engulf coming. Hendrix's new song, Hear My Engulf Coming, instead of Hear My Train Coming. But we just bought below here. Big auction. Big, obviously, lonely wick entry. Another big ass opportunity to buy. Waiting for the 5 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful trade. Now that is a beautiful fucking trade. So big sellers up there, and it's going to get crazy now. People are going to lose their fucking mind. We might even go after this in the long run. Now it's buy limits down here if I'm not in anything, which I want to be out of that trade. By the way, if you went short in this box, you are fucking a genius, right? Until you come back to, wow, this is crazy town, dude. Buy limits here. We would have got in something there and cashed up. But see how it's just vicious. It's vicious. It has nothing to do. It doesn't see your moving average, I don't think. We want to buy down here. If you sold here, you are fucking in so much profit, and it totally engulfed the previous day. So a top tick Tommy one day, and it totally engulfed into this. This has always been the right buying zone. That doesn't ever go away until we end up plunging so deep that becomes a distant memory. Now we're buying into this plunge, by the way. Why? Because it went down here. Wow, the robot's long with me. Look at that. I got somebody to agree with me. Finally, just getting seriously filled long side here. let's run 200 pip stops. Put our tickets 10 pip grids. Well, I wish I could just call this shit out right here. So you'd have to change your mode. This is what you have to do. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to trade with 150 pip stops with. Let's get on grids that are about 15 pips apart. Let's put in our orders. Dents down here. Let's make the expiration here. So I know I gobbled up this window because I already said I would buy below here. And here comes another day. Can we go deeper? And this is my hope and dream, is that we go deeper because I didn't buy enough. Right? Okay, cashing out. Here, big cash out, guys. Everybody wants out the floor. They don't want to fucking ride out the train of misery if we go down lower. See, and they went down lower. Oh, shit. I guess we should have got out here. And the seller's window, right? And now we're going to buy more. We are buying so much here. Oh my God! Here goes the college fund again, kids. No, we're going to buy, actually, since we made so much money in that last trade, and it hit the round number. Don't forget, big old round number there. Oh, buying more into Asia, into the next day. Let's buy more below the low of that. Looks like we could go lower now. We're definitely in a downtrend. Don't forget the goobers are running the 20 EMAs on this. We're going to trade against the goobers on this one. They got their downtrend. They say it's going down. I agree with them. Let's buy more. Okay, buy. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah, here comes, oh, boy, the news came out. Oh, ching, pong, ting. Back to the floor. News came out. 11 o'clock's coming. Here we go. Oh, we're going to buy more. We're going to buy. Oh, we just bought more and more and more. I got my buy tickets stacked and racked. Let's go. Oh, take out the low of the previous day. Keep going. Oh, we're buying so much. Okay, now we're going to hold, and we're going to put buy limits below the low of the previous day, which is right here now. This is interesting, where you trap below that news event, and people can't believe it's going to go lower, but I think it is, so we just bought more. People think, oh, well, look at this. It's kind of like ready to engulf. No, it's just too much momentum. Don't forget the goober train. All the bankers, they use that 20 EMA, and they're just fucking up your account. See, that's what they're doing. People don't understand. They don't know how this works. See, the bankers out to get you. These big boys just bitch slapping you as they pummel this fucking British pound to the floor. But no, I got a solution, guys. Big secret. Wide stops. Nobody touch me. I went hog long here for this, and I went hogger or longer, and I went very hog long here. I said new lows. I buy new lows of the previous day. That's what I do. Bang, bang, bong. We're cashing out. We just went flat. Now let's come into buy limits again. Now we made enough money here. This 100 pip stops are running. Only looking to make 50 pips, by the way. Bad ratios, but good logic. See, logic over ratios. So we're going to cash out here, selling above the lonely wick. We are totally flat now. Now I feel confident to put buy limits below here and sell limits above here. We have enough money now. We can put in these little scalpy things. Market's too spastic for me. If you're still holding for the giant swing, you are cashing out. You've just made more money than any other goober on the planet right here. Undeniably. You've undeniably blown away the goobers by successfully swing trading, but presupposing you held on for all these days till you made it all the way back to here. And you made yourself a tidy 180 pips because every day it pounded, you scalped something, and you're building this monster position looking for the total engulfment that only takes 2 fucking days to make it, 3 days to come blow out the floor and come all the way to the ceiling and beyond. And now obviously I'm buying into here all over again. So rinse and repeat trade plans of just having the tickets available to drop in this window and just saying, I'm going to commit to this zone. And I'm not into committing to stuff, but this is another big problem is that I heard people say, well, you got to commit to the trade. And I'm like, really? Like getting married? I guess so, in a way. We're gonna scalp to this because we just bought so much in this pocket. We have to get out here, especially if it comes up into 5 o'clock in the morning. Now here's the new buy window. So maybe you prefer this way to play back the market and try to anticipate what's going to happen when 5 o'clock in the morning comes. Can you finally make it back to, don't forget, you've blown up the account supposedly. You've gone underwater. I don't know what that number is for you, but okay, that was the obvious scalp out. Back to the floor, the scalpers come in. Now new sellers come in here, but I'm willing to buy more, even more. Because the promised land to me would be we take out this or just come back to here. So I just want these little high probability little, okay, scalping out. We're out. And the guys that are really in big from here, I think they're out too. Okay, isn't that the logical trade? If you bought a pant load in this box, don't you get out here? And now we just went long again. So that's my rule of thumb is that the previous day is the buy window, the next day, and the previous day. Here's the new sell window coming up now. Can this thing engulf and take out this high and do a full auction? Yeah, I think it can. So locking in here, we're out. We can scalp out right now that trade. But you got to have the tickets laid in. You got to lay the tickets in. This is pure limit entry system. No stops, no market orders on this system here. I'm not talking about, I would be pulling the trigger. If I didn't think I wasn't big enough, I would add to the position of these boxes. Okay, we just went long. You can see my buy window. News will be the blue window. And this is just going to be, the news is out. Wow. We can see some money here. If we have our news scripts out too, that last 2 hours, those scripts are going to disappear. But nope, they got filled. Beautiful. So we got filled on that insane spike, and now we're cashed out. We just took out the high. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. Shit, I got a zoom key on it, don't I? I don't know if there is on this. I can't fucking remember. I cannot remember if there's a zoom key on this software, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta take a class. But I'll just zoom in old school. Using our Zoomerator. There's Control Plus on this. Oh shit, let's gotta have this on the other mode. So the minutia here is that, okay, just went long on that window. We finally tagged that window, that deep ticket bank. And here's 5. So we have our scripts running now. And we're going to cash out. We just took out Asia, so I'm out of that trade. If I bought into this, I guarantee you, now this is the Holy Land or the big fucking profit cash out window is above the high of this day, and this is the new seller window. So start selling above that. And when the stocks open, they'll be selling into that. So sell, sell, sell. Scalp to here now. Right, scalp to here. And you're getting clobbered and selling above this, selling above that. And that's the promised land. So you got to get out during the promised land because, well, look at these guys cash out. They sold that window and they just totally scalped that window. I would want to be out. I bought the low of the previous day. I sold the high of the deeper day here. It broke out the high of this day. The breakout traders are like, hey, look, it broke out. Look at it. We're up on a breakout. Oh, yeah. And look at that thing, man. Into here, we have sell limits above here again. We're going to sell above this day. And here's a white knuckle. If I zoom out, the white knuckle factor kicks in. I'm going to go max zoom out. I think I'm in max zoom out. Look at that. Top tick Tommy. This at the 100 yard, just above the 100 yard line. Now come with the buy limits all over again. So I don't know if you can see how my system works here. I'm giving away the Holy Grail tonight, but this morning, whatever, is that we're buying below this, right? We're buying all the way down deep and just hoping that they smash it because it is the British pound, don't forget. Coming in, buying and buying. If you are a top tick Tommy sell entry guy, you're like, look at this day, we're cashing out. So I'm buying into this plunge. I think you see my entries are obvious. Buy. I'm just buying because it's dropping. That's all. And we're cashing out into this now, right? All those buys there. Trade's over. Now, I do think it could take out this high, and I could still be holding some of that, but that's the trade. Just placing the limits in front of the market, and why did you want to cash out? Because look at it pull back viciously now, and I could come in with the buy limits again, sell limits above here. If I'm not in the market, I can obviously hit a button and place predetermined grids, or I can get a little more skillful, and I can actually look for these nooks and crannies, looking back, the undercuts in the market. So if you look to the left, you're looking down on the city of price, I call this. The city of price Forex mentorship. But it's so you're looking back into this. You definitely want to have your buy limits pending below this. This is the obvious. The news came out. It went berserk. Everybody's excited. Stocks feasted on it to here. And this is always going to be, this does matter, this price back here, until we wipe it out. We're always going to buy more here and just buy more below this low. If we ever make it back here, and the guys that are, I suppose, trend trading this are selling the, oh, look at this breakout system that I told you about. It only costs $40 million, but this thing works, man. Look at this breakout system. But once again, I said I'd buy below here, and I am. That's just how it is. Sam, I fucking am. I'm buying down there. Okay, seriously long also, by the way. Cashing out. Cashing out to the floor. If I'm here to see it, I'm cashing out. And maybe I'm holding. But now buy limits again. Buy limits again. Please go lower. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for crashing the market. Oh, we love a little bit of that. A little of this, a little of that. So that's how it is, man. Look at that thing tagging the 100-yard line like a fucking pro. This is a 50-pip slam dance right here, this fucking window from here to here. You know, how hard can that be? Taking out Asia's low. Nice. Real breakout, but put the buy limits in here maybe if you're not long, waiting for 5 o'clock in the morning, judgment point, and above here there'll be frantic selling, I suppose. People trying to get out of that nice top tick Tommy sell there on the 15. Wow. And here comes the news again. Let's put some buy limits down here. Let's go against the breakout traders. We're short now. If we put our sell limits up here, we're selling the high of the previous day up here too. That's now in the trade plan. We gotta move fast here, get rid of these objects. Okay, we're still looking to sell above the high of the previous day for the scalps built into these order banks, and we got the buy limits pending. Let's put them down here. Also, our going against the breakout traders is making money. We put sell limits above here where they're trading the breakout confirmation. They got an island up here. Yeah, we scalped them. We just fucked them in the ass. So next. You know, this is how stop hunts work, right? Buy limits down here, though. Let's just put a crop in here. Sell limits above there. All right, Asia, bring it. Got my sleeper cells down here. Delete all open and pendings. Come in with the buy limits in this. Let's put real objects on the screen now. Getting filled long right now. We're going to cash out above this. We can start selling above the high of the previous day. Tomorrow we can worry about that we went long here into this, definitely this big price. And now we're buying more. We have to cash out of something here. Here's the top tick Tommy of Asia. If you got to sell a bid there, you just made about how much in 15 minutes? In a half an hour, you just made X to here. Okay, so we're looking to sell above the high of that day. In the big picture, that's up here. This could be dangerous, though. I would warn anybody that's going to stand in front of this vacuum is getting big up here. This is a vacuum warning. Vacuum alert. So we got these big giant vacuums forming. I can't delete these objects, unfortunately, or wipe out. I'll have to reload the template. I could do that. Just reload the template. Get rid of the trades. How's the robot doing, by the way? It's MACD on a 15-minute chart. It's probably getting butchered. It's getting butchered. I don't think it's making any money on the 15. It's getting whipsawed. Let's see. Hey, it's kind of making money. It's doing the best it can. We're all doing the best we can, damn it. All right. We got. Oh, so here we are again at the buy line, buying the low of the previous day. If you sold up here, by the way, you're a fucking genius and you have more patience than Jesus. But here is always going to be the buy windows, and we're long now from pendings. But I am thinking that we're going to crash. We could take this out. So let's donate a big chunk of money down here. Let's find another girl that needs a friend, and she's got some big trading account. She wants to. Oh, I'll show you how. I'll mentor. I only mentor girls, by the way. Yeah, can you do that? I'm the girls mentor. Oh boy. So we still got the buys pending here. We're waiting to get filled. We're very patient people. Come on. There you go. Now we're starting to buy. I don't think we bought enough down there. That's why I think you do have to do this, and this is, people don't want to think like this, but this vacuum here, I think you had to donate something to that one. They kind of bottomed you. Like, this is when you can't, people talk about these ratios down here. If that was true, to risk 2% of your account down, like, you risk a lot there. And look at this, selling the high here. What was the better trade? Tell me the better trade again. Like, you could have sold up into this fucking thing. Wow. This is crazy. Here comes the news. You can make money on bookends. Here's where people just get clobbered. Waiting for a setup on the 15. Dude, just trade it. Look at this thing. Come on. Are you serious? Look at this psychosis. We're going to buy the low of today. Let's put our buy limits down here now. Okay, we just went long. We're good. This is always the lonely wick where we are so long now. We're going to buy for the next 100 pip drop. I'm buying. No questions to ask. Here comes the stock market's open. There might be FOMC coming. So a warning though, if you think about FOMC's coming now, which it could be, look at him drive that thing through the floor. And the range was not small enough. By the way, if you got my previous course on how to trade breakouts, narrow breakouts like this one here, you want to get out of that trade before it comes back and just destroys all your profits. And you never want to place an order if the range is too big for that breakout trade. I maybe set a threshold of 30 pip breakouts. Like this one would have worked, but when it's too wide, you know, you're going to get whipsawed by all those pips. By the way, I'm long, seriously long now because we just took out the low the previous day. And if we just keep on diving, I'm going to buy even more. So this is the other. And if you remember where we were on this chart, this was the big giant retracement all the way back into those highs. And now they're just going to punish these people. And I say punish the people that have algos that aren't going to be able to take advantage of the reversal. If they're trend traders, they're really waiting for a setup. If you are just trading highs and lows in a range, then you don't really care. So I'm actually range trading, and even though I do want it to go back up supposedly, because it's supposedly going down, it is going down. So I'm not unaware of reality. But I want it to go lower, and here we go. So buying all this shit here. I'm not even here to see this, by the way. Don't forget, this is based on setting the tickets the previous day to last all day. Well, we can last them for 12 hours, right? We can take them to, if we drop them at 11 o'clock at night, they will disappear. So we can put the 12-hour tickets at 11 o'clock at night. We can choose our trade plans at 11 o'clock at night. We know we want to buy deep. So we just got serially, this is our biggest fill so far, other than previously on the chart when we bought that giant plunge. So we bought a 100 pip plunge here, and I've told even my neighbor next door that if you hear gunfire, it's me telling my wife to step away from the terminal. Do not close all open and pendings. We're buying more. And wait till the news comes out in the blue section here. Honey, you got to see this. Come here. You got to see this trade I'm in. Yeah, that's your new car. There goes your new car, babe. Yep, the Mustang. The one with the big engine. I just put it in the market here. Okay, I'm waiting for 11 o'clock. We might even have to sell the that new motorcycle you got. Remember that one? Handmade in Italy. Some Gazamati or something. Remember that one? Okay, we just loaded the wagon on that. I feel like I'm missing out on the trade, babe, so I'm going to just get in at the market right now. No, we're getting filled on limits. No, let be a disciplined trader. I'll see you in divorce court. I told you we buy 200 pip plunges on the British pound. Waiting for 11 o'clock. Okay, our tickets are expiring now. We technically have eliminated our risk in time. And we came back to the floor, so if you're a pussy, you can get out here. If you're a wimp, you can get out here at the scalpers floor. But if you're in like me, if you're all in, I'm fucking all in, dude. I told you, no kids. Dude, I'm all in. And I got buy limits. I got more buy limits to go. I'm going to martingale in now. Now I'm really going to... I'm going to go buy a car I don't own and sell it. Here, watch this. Watch this. Buy more below here. Now I'm going to move my stops. Now, I wouldn't normally do that, but if I put in some... if I wasn't thinking about trying to make 300 pips, I would... Trading with the 200 pip stop to make 300 pips would be the trade here. But I do like looking at the 15-minute traders view of the market because they're the ones that are feeding into building my positions. The trend traders that trade this thing, oh, look at, we overbought, it's the downtrend. Why are you buying again? Tell me the problem you have with going against the 15-minute traders. Well, I don't know. I hate them. Like, what is this? Is this a good trade here? Is this a good, look at this? No, we'll just sit back and put buy limits. Just tell me it's going lower. Just tell me how much she hates me. I just send her more flowers. So I'm ready to, here we go. I'm ready to buy this window now again. Oh yeah. Just call me the biggest buy low guy. Just buy more now. More. Let's move the stops. Let's add to the account. If the account looks like it's going to blow up, at this point, I would say add to the account. Now this is when you get your friends to open accounts and this is called crowdfunding a trade. By the way, if you know enough people around the world, you can call them and tell them, listen, look at the British pound. Don't you feel bad for it? Shouldn't you be buying it like I am? Oh boy, here comes the moment of truth. News. Now this could end it for the bears. Could be crushed now. Maybe those bears will be calling me, telling me how, can I get out? Can we let me out of my short trade? I'm like, nope. Not enough liquidity in this market. We're going to let you, you're going to ride that one out, buddy. Not on my watch. We punish the bears here. Oh, just bought new lows again. I don't know how I do it. Wind the stops, add to the account. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Come on. Bring it. Oh, bought at the 100 yet? I got to call my wife. I think she just miscarried. I told her, I said, look at the chart. I said, we're down like $5 million on this trade. She says, yeah, I know, but you said you were going to buy. I said, yeah. I moved my stops. I'm trading with a 300 pip stop to make 200 pips. Honey, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. How much did you buy today? Wait, I told you here. I said, we're running out of margin. I said, that's okay. I got a loan. This is how you trade, swing trade, by the way. This is my swing trading mentorship. Get a bottle of wine out. Picture yourself in these fucking trades, man. If you've never traded with a 200 pip stop on the British pound, you don't even know. So we're in $40 million position here. We're in a $100,000 account. By the way, I forgot to tell you about that part of it, but we're trying to make about $3 million here in 5 days. Okay, we're not going to add to this position, by the way. I know a lot of people would add here, saying, looks like we put in the lows. Not for me, babe. So I think I went serious when I moved my stops. It meant that I wasn't going to give up my position to the spread and the commissions, and you can hardly see the spread on this chart, which is a good look. I still have buy limits pending. I'm still ready to buy more at this point, by the way, but this is where I'm going to sit tight in this trade. Now I may move my targets, but it really depends on how much my wife is ready to file for divorce. A lot of these trades are based on this is domestic trading. I do a mentorship for people that are married. Okay, so you're not gonna don't tell your wife you're in this trade. Okay, you're really not supposed to tell people what trade you're in, because should they not approve of the trade you're in? Okay, well, I guess when they look at the account, don't tell me you have a trading account. Okay, listen. In the basic Forex trading course, I would recommend, just like don't tell me you own a guitar. This is my starter wife. I couldn't tell her I had a high-end keyboard made in Japan. And this was like state-of-the-art shit, samples. And I couldn't tell her, man, because I think I would have got divorced. So when I traded, I couldn't tell her I was trading either. So everything's on the down low. Because the amount of scrutiny that somebody might give your trading style could be problematic. I'm buying more, by the way. You can see on this chart. Because when a market opens, I know U.S. market's about to open. Can we buy more? Oh, my God. Now, here's where the confirmation people would be getting in. I suppose the retest raters. And I guess on the horizon now, I think visually a lot of people are starting to aha to the moment that, this is probably the target for a lot of people. I want to cash out above this, and above. So as we take the stairway out, the stairway to hell becomes the stairway to heaven. And now I wouldn't add to it. And this is maybe where you could add to it here, but I don't like to, because I don't run trailing stops. Because I don't run a trailing stop, I'm willing to buy more on limits here, actually. So I'm saying I would add to this position, possibly, or I'm cashing out right now because I know there's sellers galore here. I want to make it to the 100-yard line because I'm trying to make 50 to 100 to intermingle with this 300 pip stop and 200 pip stop. And if I bought here with a 200 pip stop, obviously I got stopped out. To step in front of this thing and add so much below this low, and you would scalp to this floor, but then seeing this engulf, and we're targets above here now. We have to cash out there, whether we like it or not. This is written in stone as the exit. It just is. There's no way around it. And this is also the exit. There's no way around it. So if you don't get out of your stuff here, you're going to have to ride this pullback, and you may not mind this. See, depends on your equity fluctuations bothering you. You can ride back to here. Maybe buyers come in here. Or we just go flat, put in buy limits, rinse and repeat the whole trade, and maybe we have our sell limits pending in these boxes up here. So these are all maybes based on what you can handle financially. Or you're still holding this long position, looking for the sell windows to get triggered up in these boxes. It's one or the other, or it's a blend. Okay, we're cashing out because I just tripped my window. Look at the reaction in that window. It's no surprise that there's a big reaction in this shelf, right? The sellers came in, I went out. I'm out. Now I got a flat account. I can come in and think clearly now and say, yeah, I think here. Let's buy below here now, and let's sell on limits above this Asian session here. I guess I can move these out of the way, but this is the new sell window is going to be above that. So we just went short, and we're going to sell for this. And if you're in the big picture view, you are cashing out into this floor over here. So your target is way up here. See how that works? So if you could handle it, and a lot of people can't, I understand. You can't just step in and buy 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, scale in one at a time, and say that you have enough money and enough, your wife isn't going to not have sex with you because of this trade. It's going to be a problem, right? Presupposing you don't have a girl on the side. It's a problem. Like Joe Biden would say, it's a problem. Okay? Move your stop. Move your stop. Get boosted. Move your stop. Add to the account. Move your stop. Add to the account. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Okay. Anyways, that's my my crash course, my time block theory. I tried time blocks because it's what I do. It's who I am.